If you believe something hard enough and act on it, your actions can actually make it come true, even though it wasn't true from the beginning. So in season 5, episode 1 of Game of Thrones, little Cersei goes with her friend Melara to see a witch. Her name was Maggie the Frog. Now, Maggie the Frog was probably in Casterly Rock as the witch who could see the future, provided you give her what she wants. And so Melara and Cersei go to this shrine and they go to see the witch, Maggie the Frog. Now, Maggie the Frog warns Cersei that many have come to her and they've heard their futures and they do not like it. Melara, who was scared, was begging Cersei to leave, but Cersei was adamant. She wanted to stay and see her future. And so she asks Maggie the Frog what she needs from her, and Maggie says her blood. Maggie hands a knife to Cersei, and Cersei confidently cuts herself. Even though she feels the pain, she wants to know her future more. Maggie the Frog pulls Cersei's hand and drinks the blood directly from there. Maggie the Frog gives Cersei 3 prophecies. The first being she'll marry the king, but not the prince she intends to marry. The prince who was Rhaegar Targaryen, and we all know who Cersei ended up marrying. One of my personal favorite characters, Robert Baratheon. The second was the king is going to have 20 children, and Cersei is going to have only 3, but the 3 children will die before Cersei. And the last prophecy was a younger, more beautiful queen will cast Cersei down. Fast forward in Cersei's life, she has her children, and Joffrey is king. Joffrey had just bagged the beautiful queen Margaery Tyrell and was showing her off after his wedding. Now, during the wedding, he had invited some dwarfs to come and reenact the death of Ned Stark. Now, the imp Tyrion Lannister, one of my favorite characters, Tyrion wasn't too enthused about the reenactment, simply because it was about the death of Ned Stark and the dwarfs. And he had every right to be angry because the dwarfs thing was about him and Ned Stark's death was about Sansa. And so in order to humiliate him more, Joffrey calls Tyrion Lannister to come closer to him and orders him to be his cupbearer. I mean, he's king. He could do whatever he wants. Tyrion, who always talked his way out of everything, I mean, he couldn't talk his way out of this one. So he hands over Joffrey his first cup of wine. Joffrey drinks, he's happy, and he wasn't too satisfied about the level of humiliation, so he orders for a second one. And after he had finished eating his pigeon pie, he drinks his wine, he starts to choke, and everyone realized the wine had been laced with poison. Now Cersei runs towards her son, and Joffrey, who is choking, honestly that made me very happy because I didn't like Joffrey at all, but Joffrey was choking and Cersei couldn't do anything about it. She watched her son die in her arms. Her first son gone. Her daughter Marcella, who had been shipped off to Dawn to marry the prince, was set to come back after she had I wouldn't say pleaded with Jaime Lannister to go get her daughter for her. And as Jaime Lannister reconciles with his daughter, who he had been calling niece for a very long time, who is also choking and dies. And well, the second daughter dies by poison. Now, most of you shouldn't spoil this for me in the comments, but I haven't watched the whole show, so I don't know how King Tommen dies. I don't even know if he dies, but you guys shouldn't ruin it for me. And so, if you could cast your mind back and remember, Margaery and Cersei had a conversation, and Cersei said she would do anything and everything in her power to protect her children. She forms a branch of militia group who are called the Set. Now, the Set are a group of people who have strong beliefs and ties with the 7 gods and are there to clear all the filth and scum in the city. Now, the trap she had set to capture Loras and his sister Margaery worked, but now it had gone a notch higher, and the high priest ordered for Cersei to be captured. Now, Cersei confesses her sins and she's free. She does the walk of atonement, and that scene, oh my goodness, she walked naked from the temple to the castle. And in this bit, all Cersei could think about was her son Tommen and her reconciliation with him. Now, one thing I want all of us to remember is that Cersei believed one thing. No, actually, Cersei believed 2 things. That she was doing it because she loved her children, and then she was doing it for the kingdom she and her family have worked to take over. But if you look closely, Cersei wasn't really doing that for those 2 things. She was doing everything in her power to stop the 3 prophecies Maggie the Frog had given. Well, I'd always like to give Cersei Lannister her flowers because I genuinely believe that she was doing those things till I got to season 5 and realized that, oh, she's just doing everything in her power to stop the prophecies from happening. But before then, you would actually believe she was doing this for her kids and the kingdom, which means she was actually doing it for them because she had started believing that that was the reason why she was doing them. And that's fine. She's basically trying to stop the 3 prophecies from happening. And those 3 prophecies were bad. It's not like they were good. So everything she was doing to stay alive. And it's human survival. I can't really blame Cersei Lannister for being a bad person because she wants wants to survive or live. A lot of people hold opposing views because they try to view Cersei Lannister as a bad person. Maybe she went a bit too far with some of the things she did, but I honestly think she was trying to survive, and that's the Game of Thrones. You play to survive. You don't play to lose. You play to win, and that's what Cersei did. And I honestly get the hate against Cersei, and I get the hate against Joffrey, but they were trying to live. They were trying to be who they were, and you can't really blame them for that. But this is the thing: we as people also need to get that level of belief. The fact that we want something or we need to do something, we have to start believing it from now. Like, believe it, fake it till you make it, and that's what she was doing. She faked it till she faked it till she actually started believing it, and she was making it. She really. I haven't even finished watching the show, but in my next episode I'll be talking about Tyrion Lannister, the man who can talk his way out of anything. And yeah, you guys should watch out for that video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. No, don't share. Gatekeep me. Yes, you should. And I'll be sharing more episodes on characters that I feel have touched me in a lot of shows and movies I watch.